I'm going to have to talk to you about that later, among other things. And you can actually see that Bjorn's actually, like, kind of, like, snapping out of it and just realizing, like, what he almost just did, because he's starting to realize that he was on the verge of just ending this kid for what he did. So he's, like, he's cool, obviously, so he's not, like, breaking down in front of anybody and everything, but he is visibly
shaken.
Visibly shaken was exactly what I was going to say. At this point, he's already told Sammy that they need to talk later, and he turns to the kid and he says, "So, have you always been able to do magic? Just tell me that at least, how you were able to do this."
You like turn towards the kid?
Yeah. I'm trying to ask the kid how he can do magic.
He's just kind of like on his knees on the bridge, and he looks up at you, and he just looks totally defeated. And he says, I started getting into it a few years ago.
How?
Like most people, I guess I found a book. And then I found more I ordered off of Amazon. You could get that kind of stuff off Amazon now. I'm self-taught, if that's what you're wondering.
So, as a quick aside, is there any kind of, like, magic jail? Can I, like, turn this kid into the council or something,
mean, like,
or is that
Azkaban?
not an option? Yeah.
You can turn him into the council.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Do I have tools to do that? Do I need to worry about, like, how easily could I do that?
You'd need to call the council.
And when's the last time I've done that? That's what I have to think about.
Like,
well,
never?
I was gonna say, well, they knew I was coming here, though.
Yeah, they know.
Now, is Bjorn going to report me to the council?
I don't know.
There's a witch child.
This
Poor Henry
kid
doesn't have a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
So this kid, so in Bjorn's mind, this kid knows exactly almost exactly what he was doing. Like, he chose this to use magic in this way and everything. And so far, you haven't shown any aptitude, and, like, you seem like you don't even know what's going on. So
Sammy?
for you, you're still like...
Oh.
You mean Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy, yeah. So for Sammy, he's still, not... he's still not sure what he's going to do yet. But he's very heavily leaning towards like I've worked with this person, like I'm starting to care about working in this person, and I need to figure out what's going on with them before I jump to conclusions. But for this kid, he knows that this kid knew what he was doing, so he's gonna be like, I don't think I'm gonna. I have to be honest with you. I don't think I can stop you from doing this again. And I'm gonna need to.
He looks up at you and he starts to open his mouth, and then he just closes it again.
I thought so. I'm going to need to bring you to people that I believe can help, or at least keep you from hurting others. Also, as a quick aside, to Bjorn's knowledge, like, how bad is being held by the council for using magic?
Dragon Knights hunt witches and warlocks.
Okay.
It doesn't usually end well. You can argue for, I guess, leniency, but you would, like, the council is not known for being lenient ever.
Okay.
Like, with their own kind.
Right.
They're not known for being lenient.
So with warlocks and witches, even less so.
Yeah. So here's a great time to tell you guys some Dragon Knight lore. This is something that would be running through Bjorn's mind. During World War II, a bunch of Dragon Knights in Europe and some in the US decided they'd like to take over the world too. So they started turning people into Dragon Knights, which doesn't ever go well. And the rule about non-magical creatures being turned into magical creatures, and trying to use magic is the same, when it's a person being turned into a Dragon Knight, they all go crazy and start trying to kill things, basically. So, in retaliation, the Dragon Council basically killed every man, woman, and child in one of these families, and most of them in another family. So that tells you the Dragon Knight's level of putting up with magical tomfoolery.
Okay. Kid, here's my dilemma. You've proven yourself to be a danger, and I can tell you right now, magic is only going to end in your death if you keep using it. Even if I'm not here doing anything about it, you will become corrupted and you will die one way or another if you continue to use it. But you've proven yourself to be a danger, and I'm very tempted to turn you into my superiors, but that would also almost certainly end in your death. And I know that you were hurt and that's why you did this, which is why I want to give you just the inkling of a chance to give this life up forever or not have a life at all.
And he stands up and he kind of like looks down at his hands and they kind of like crackle with that magical energy, and he looks up at you and he shakes his head and he says, I don't know if I can. I feel it. I can feel it calling me all the time. It was so easy to do what I did, and I don't know if I can.